Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see, the Astronauts taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Astronauts offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the Wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else and get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always have their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination makes it miserable for coaches.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a play. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. What a second tone for this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the ball's loose on the return. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. And now this offense will take the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. On the option. He breaks a tackle. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Give it to the guy with no neck. to chin straps, oversized shoulder pads, the big burly fullbacks. Those guys are awesome. They're kind of a dying breed in college football, but you love seeing them get the pigskin, fall forward, and hit anybody in their way.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing them around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Making sure the fullback gets a touch there, and good pickup there, 5 or 6.
Yeah, and he's a north-south runner. You just give this guy a little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets upfield quickly, and that guy is hard to bring down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Oh, and those are those where you're just looking at your hands.
Dang it, I should have caught that.
Nice play, break on the football. That could have been a house call. That could have been a game changer, but just couldn't secure the interception.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So NC State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking for a man. It's McCall. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's open. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Gonna run it. It's Waters. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, NC State.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks with great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now this offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So far, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it, but when you get a nice little chunk.
And the ball's on the ground. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football. Set your defense up for a great field position.
They'll run it. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll run the option. You better be aware that stiff arm's coming. He gave him the business end of it and gets it out to the 14.
I think you run that play on second down, knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love it when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Back to pass, it's McCall. Safe completion on the screen. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run the draw. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Fires downfield. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Power forward. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowling their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass.
Just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Carolina. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Matthews. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. The back goes in motion. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a lot of offenses, when they get their free safety matched up man-to-man, they're going to take shots because they believe their guy can win. Really nice man-to-man coverage and a nice job making a play on the ball at the end that results in an incompletion.
snagged in the middle. It's O'Neal. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Astronauts!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Trying play action. Looking to scramble. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for room. It's Waters. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Feeling some heat. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. Here's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McCall. He unleashes a long one. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Astronauts will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looking for blocker. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field.
This offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. Wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. The play action fake. Going up top. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown Astronauts. And here they come almost all the way back. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Throws to the back. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll ride his man on the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's made.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. Take away those passes beyond the sticks and then react to those quick throws out to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's McCall. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity level. And the returner is stopped. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get a tackle for him.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll toss it, and he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Okay.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Now improvising. He's going to take off. Get the touchdown, get the first down, or just get down. And the quarterback does.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell if he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide. Don't take a big shot.
The Astronauts will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that you want to see on the field. You want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively here.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seen goals. We've seen force the football. He's missed a couple of throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Back to throw, it's McCall. They've got the screen set up. At the 40, there he goes.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I think this running back has proven this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? In a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense
He'll take a shot. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Line gets set, first down. The option look. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, they handed it off to the fullback, and a nice job by the strong safety coming downhill, making a tackle on a big physical ball carrier.
They'll go to the fullback. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. On the move. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Looking for a block. It's Concepcion. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on. Play.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Dropping back, it's McCall. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They'll run play action. They get to him as he throws. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
defense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21. But this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
29 Philly.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He's got it, and they convert. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's McCall. Going for 6. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
That play could not have happened at a better time if you're this defense. You're trailing by 1 possession. You need to find a way to steal it, and they get the interception. Here we go. An opportunity now to at least go down and tie the game.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's O'Neal. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? They bring him down, and that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Fires downfield. And the double coverage. And they made him pay. It's intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line. When you're trailing, need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
And great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work out throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you just